Now another example of short-term therapy. It isn't so much what the therapist does as what he gets his patient to do. A classmate of mine saw me, said his mother and her sister lived in Milwaukee. Both were independently wealthy, and his aunt had a great big home, a great big yard, 52 years old, unmarried, totally friendless. He went to church regularly. He said by herself. He then speak to the Episcopalian minister. He didn't speak to any of the parishioners. And he went to church on every possible occasion. He had a housekeeper and a maid who came in each morning, do the housework, prepare the meals, wash the dishes, and then the evening left. Housekeeper bought supplies, paid the yard man, and keep the yard looking beautiful. And that woman lived alone in a great big house. And my classmate told me my aunt had been profoundly depressed for 9 months. The housekeeper's worried about her, so's the maid. She and my mother won't speak to each other. He has no friends. He just goes to church. She likes me. She can't send 2 frequent visits from me. Once a year is about all she can take. And I'm worried about her. Now, on New Year's lecture trips to Milwaukee, will you look her up and see if you can do anything for her? One evening I rapped at our door. Housekeeper and maid long departed. I identified myself and demanded that I'd be given a tour of the house. And she passively agreed. I went from one room to another, inspecting, hoping I'd find something that I could use. And in the sunroom, I saw 3 African violets in full bloom, different colors. And in the 4th spot, I saw she had planted a leaf. African violets are propagated by planting leaves. And here's this depressed woman, passively walking through the house, showing it room by room to a stranger. Didn't care about it at all. I saw those 3 adult African violets and the 3rd one being sprouted. I said, Madam, in accord with your son's wishes, I'm going to write some prescriptions for you. And I want them carried out. You give these prescriptions to your housekeeper tomorrow morning. Have her carry them out. I prescribe them and the housekeeper by her, an adult African buyer of every hue that she did not own. I think at that time there were 13 different hues. And then she used to buy 50 potting pots and a supply of soil from the nursery so she could plant some more African violet leaves and start growing African violets. And I also asked the housekeeper to buy 200 gift flower pots. And my orders were, every time a baby was born to a member of the church, he sent the baby an adult African violet. Every time a baby got christened, she'd send an adult African violet. Every time a church member got sick, that member got an adult African violet. Every time a girl announced her engagement, she got an African violet. Every couple that's married in church got an African violet. And every church bazaar, she contributed 12 to 20 African violets to be sold. Every possible opportunity she was to give an African violet. At one time I know she had over 200 adult African violets. Now my wife thinks she's really accomplished something. She kept a single African violet plant alive and full bloom for 3 years. And they are the tenderest of plants, and they will die the faintest use. Light has to be just right. The amount of water you given them just right. And taking care of 200 or more African violets. Because a day's work doesn't give you a chance to shed a tear. You're busy from early morning till late at night. And so, some 20 years later, he died of natural causes. With an endless number of friends, the African violet queen of Milwaukee. Just seeing this one place where he still had energy, and then capitalizing on that energy and spreading it over everything. And you can't give a beautiful African violet to people arousing a good feeling toward you. He had plenty of friends of all ages. Church's Christmas party. Church's Christmas party. There were always African violets. The old, young, thick Cabela, newly born, newly christened, newly married. It was a wonderful outlet for her. And she really didn't have time to feel depressed. I saw her only once. Psychotherapy is treating a patient. Psychotherapy is treating a patient as an individual who is unique. There'll never be a duplicate of that person. And you use the uniqueness of that person. That person possesses a lot of unknown qualities. I discovered she liked African violets.